Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb.
on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Hey, first of all, hold on, no, because a lot of times I've turned up for the show and my soundboard ain't working. Was I just clapping like a madman, or did we hear claps?
No, man can hear the
No, we heard it. We heard it.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Cool. First things first, people. Welcome to another Reckless Round Table. I'll tell you what, yeah.
It's time.
That's right, people. It's time for another Reckless Round Table. And let's be honest, this is the only place that you're going to see a group of people on the Reckless channel have a conversation. I lie? It's the only place.
Yeah.
The only place you're gonna, it's the only time I should say, you're gonna see a reckless group of people have a conversation on this channel, and that's the truth. Yeah, I don't mean to take the piss, but it's the truth. I invited one other guy. Well, actually, there's one person that I tried to invite that may have incited some chaos, but he decided not to turn up. So I think that we're going to have a general conversation today. And I hope everybody's here for it, yeah? Because last time I tried to speak to the people, they tried to tell me that I was talking foolishness. They tried to tell me that I was moving mad, yeah? Mr. Peter, way over there. In fact, you know what, bro? You know what? First of all, you know what, brother? Come over here. Let me talk to you for a second. 1 second, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Last time I spoke about Gyokeres, you said, are you moving mad, blood? Why are you always so pessimistic, Joe Blackman? Yeah? Always gave me all of that attitude, fam. Telling me that I shouldn't be asking why can't Gyokeres just tell us what he wants so we can either do one thing or
And what did I say? And what did I say?
and
What did I say?
lo and behold, and then 1 second, bro. Let me finish my monologue, bro. I'll give it to you, I promise. Yeah. Then lo and behold,
Yo.
2 or 3 days later, he comes out and saying he wants Arsenal. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. At least he told us what he wants to do. Yeah. But here what? Now I'm gonna play the other side of the fiddle, as I always do. I think we should wait for this guy.
Oh, Lord. 1 second.
You told us.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, bro. We're not in a position to pick and choose. Like Pav said this morning, like we are the last option. Like we are the Snorlocks. Have you watched Pokemon Snorlocks at the end of the night? We are bro. Like we're the last option, last resort. So we gotta wait.
I spoke to you. You was like, cliff him. You said, "Boff Gyokeres, I don't want you though." Then, if you said no, we said no.
That was
emotions.
Bro, that was emotional. Like that was like at the moment, like I was pissed off.
You're pessimistic, then, bro. You understand how emotions work now. Yeah?
You cannot you cannot like if you have a chance to meet Megan Fox, yeah, and she declines the first offer for a coffee, then you gotta wait for the second one, bro. You gotta wait for the second chance.
You know what? The way you dropped that, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, bro. Gyokeres is our Megan Fox, bro. Like Liam Delap was the Susan Boyle. Liam Delap was Susan Boyle.
Yo, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter's funny.
These analogies always get me. I'm never gonna lie. Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
Let me, sorry, I didn't even introduce the cast before I started just getting on one. But guys, please welcome each and every one of the cast members right now. We have Peter, we have Leon, we have JJ, well, go on. Welcome to the show for the first
Yes,
time,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me here, man.
The older sister of the channel. Yeah, repping every single time, keeping everybody in order. Riri. Aye, listen. Guys, how we doing? Before we get into it this time, because there's a couple things I want to discuss today. It's not just that, yeah, but we're also going to try and discuss the Ekitike situation as well. Yeah,
Okay, what?
is he really the best next option? But we'll have that discussion later. Let's carry on from what Peter said, yeah? Leon, and then JJ, and then Riri. What do you think in terms of should we wait for this guy? Because I immediately said, yeah, even though I was the one that demanded that he hurry up and tell us what he wanted, yeah?
Mm.
And then after he told us, I said, okay, cool, I'll wait. Arsenal decide, hurry up and tell us what they're doing, and then if they don't want him, we'll grab him. If not, we should also have talks with Osimhen. That's my two options. That's how I see it. How do you see it? How do you see it? And how do you see it, guys?
Go to Peter. Is Peter frozen?
He's
I
frozen.
think he's frozen.
He's frozen. Peter frozen. He's already had his say. He already had his say.
Peter got frozen drinking the coffee.
Yeah.
You must leave Peter to say still. Forget what
Okay.
Peter.
You know what? Where
Leon, AJ,
my
Riri.
take on it?
Oh, he
At
said his
first-
internet's down. He's rebooting.
Yeah.
Give him a
All
second.
right, no doubt.
First, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bun Gyokeres. Like, you can't be moving like that. And then I'm like, yeah, but realistically, like, where we're at, I don't think Arsenal won him anyway. Do you see what I mean? So I think this is all kind of mind games anyway. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I was still have you at the club, bro, because like you leading the line, I can't have Højlund doing that again. Yeah, and this I don't see us. Honestly, I don't see us moving. This reminds me a bit like what's his name, De Jong. This reminds me like I think we're just gonna just hang around. I don't see us moving from this. Like this is what we do. I don't see us moving from this, but I realistically don't think Arsenal want him. I think they're playing a game. Like, and I just think they're trying to kind of get the Benjamin Sesko price down. That's what I personally think. I think. Don't get me wrong. It's a bit of taste because you don't want to feel like it's sloppy seconds at all. But I'm in a place where, like, I'm happy to wait. Like I'm happy to wait. And like I said, that's weird because if you asked me this a couple of days ago, I was like, nah, mate, move. Let's move on to next targets. But I just don't see
blame you. We all get emotional. Innit? We all get emotional.
I just don't see anything materializing. I think all the other talk is, I think that's just paperwork. I just think that's rubbish. I don't think we're doing anything else personally. I can't see it happening. I think we're waiting. I think we're waiting on this move. I think this is Amarin's man. I think this is who he wants. And I think he kind of knows that, well, not knows, no one really knows, but I think he probably feels that the Arsenal move is not going to materialise. And I know his agent's coming out and saying what he's saying that obviously Arsenal's preferred choice, but that's where it feels a bit sour because if he didn't say that, even though we're frustrated and we want to see things progressing in terms of like movement, in terms of a deal, in terms of structure, I don't feel like we would have had this same sort of level of like, yes, we're getting impatient, but I think we'll still be like, okay, cool, it's going to happen. Obviously, hearing that Arsenal's his choice, that's not nice to hear, but at the same time, let's be real. Like, if you're putting yourself in his shoes, like we spoke about this before about the badge being the power. Of course, the badge has the power, but when you're thinking about the age that he's at now, and you're talking about a project, does he want to come in and hit the ground running at a club that is already kind of established and doing its thing in this Champions League? Or does he want to come and be a part of something where in a couple of years' time, he's finally kind of getting that potentially closer to that winner's medal? So this is where it's like, it's tough to understand why he would be like, I'd rather go there. I know that he wants to get out of Sporting, or he's burning his bridges there already as it is now. So if he wants to come to England and Arsenal not involved, there's no one else involved. This has to be United. So yes, it's a weird place to be because I don't want to feel like we are just taking what other people don't want. But we're not really in a place to kind of turn up our nose at someone like that as well. But yeah, so it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But yeah, I'm prepared to wait.
You prepared to wait, but this is the thing, yeah. I don't know how the whole thing goes.
When I say wait, I don't just mean I don't really want to drag out like that, if you know what I mean. But like, I want Arsenal to come out, get their deal done. It's like, you know what, he knows he has to come here now. Like, I don't want to be waiting to the end of the window and this is happening. So it's a weird one. But yeah.
It's because you want a good quality striker. That's the thing. Now, JJ, where do you stand on this? Yeah, are you willing to wait? And here's the thing: how long are you willing to wait? If you are willing to wait.
So I guess the decision is between: do you wait for Cinderella or do you go with one of the ugly sisters? Right. That's the option we have on the table. Are we gonna wait for Cinderella right now, or we just gonna go on with the ugly sisters? Because I'm looking at the team as a whole. Who else is out there that is quality and also wants United at the same time, right? Because we used to be the girl that every guy wants to get with, right? In junior high, now everybody's developed, everybody is all grown, and you're not only game in town anymore, right? United is not the only game in town. We're not even the most beautiful game in town. We are 15th place. So what's the option that we have? Like
we were 15th place.
All right, well, we were 15th place, and the last time I remember, we broke at the same time. So we got a lot of things going on against us right now as a club. So I'm just in a situation where, all right, we want the best striker. I don't think, and you know, I was listening to the red carpet earlier today. I see people on the panel coming up with better trade ideas than the people that are getting paid money to actually do this job, right? I mean, like, do they need to come? Do we need to start advising them, right? So while I don't mind waiting, I need these bots to get more creative. All right, we can't go for the striker yet. What else are we going to do in the meantime? Because it's not like the striker is going to fix everything. We still got a hole in the middle. Right, we still got a 6 that can do more than tackle and just pass side to side. Right, so yeah, I mean, I want a Cinderella, man. I just don't want some. I don't want just some makeup sister, bro. I don't want that.
All right. So no ugly sisters for JJ. Yeah, I understand.
Nah, bro.
No ugly sisters for JJ. We're going home with Cinderella tonight, is what JJ saying. But listen, that's where I'm at with the situation. Yeah.
You can't hear you, bro.
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I will take over. I will take over till he figures whatever the hell is going on. All right. So, are you back?
I'm back, but go ahead. I'm add abs to this as well. 1 second. But yes, go ahead, sis. It's your turn anyway.
So JP had a comment. I don't know if you could find that comment, Joe, in his JP's last comment.
JP, yeah. This one?
Probably, yes. So
you wait for the prom date, you want to pick options, you might end up with no date or with ration.
Exactly. So Gyokeres is that girl that you want to go to the prom with. And she playing hard to get. You put the sign up, will you be my prom date? You know, she's like, let me get back to you. You know, and then you see another guy up the corridor put the same sign up, and she's standing in the middle of the corridor, and you're on one end and the other guy's on the other end. How long are you standing with that sign up in the air?
I'm waiting to the first song, lads.
Waiting for her to make a decision.
You see, this is the thing.
I said it before. If we don't get him, and we get, and I'm saying, and we get Mbeumo, because I think we're going to get Mbumo. I
That's
really think that's done. I just think the Klarna credit check has to clear, and we're getting him. I still, like JJ, think we need to shore up that midfield. I really hope they find a good midfielder to put in that midfield, because let's just say hypothetically the little blonde boy goes to London.
Sorry.
Right? We would then have to either use Mbuemo as a striker or Cunha as a striker. So then we would have to, and I think I said this to KG, we would then have to push Bruno back up to a 10, but then we still need somebody to hold that midfield with Ugarte. That's the worst case scenario. I'm just saying, that's the worst case scenario. That's worst case scenario. We do not get a striker. So for me, I would hope that Ineos is looking at all those variables and saying, bro, don't let's put all our eggs in one basket for a striker, whether it be Gyokeres, whether it be Osman, whether it be, I don't want to pronounce the young man's name incorrectly, that they're linked with for the 100 whatever.
Ekitike.
Whether it be him, right? Whether it be those three or whomever else that they're talking to that we don't even know about. If none of that works out and we're sitting here with egg on our face and having to drive ourselves to the prom, or call Rasmus and be like, bro, can you do me a solid and take me to the prom? I'm like, let's pivot at some point before August and start looking at other positions that we can shore up on this team to make us one of the teams that can compete next season.
So what is it? Before I move to Abs here, Riri, let me ask you this question then. So are you saying then that you would wait for a certain amount of time, or you wouldn't wait at all?
No, I mean, today's the 16th of June. The window just opened back up this morning, I think. Am I correct? It just opened back up in England this morning, right? And it's not closing again till...
Abs, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to confirm. I think Wajid said on my channel that it's opening tonight. Reopening tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's opening tonight, and then it's not closing again till
September, yeah, the normal time.
Right. Like I said, if by August this is dragging out like De Jong, pull the trigger, bro. Pivot. I'm not doing another Frankie De Jong. I'm not sitting here with every other YouTuber, content creator. Every time you turn on a person's channel, it's is he still coming? Is he still coming? I'm not doing that.
So for you, it's August, yeah?
I would say, yeah, if by the ending of July, because then they would have already gone to preseason and come back from preseason. And the season starts on the 16th of August. If I'm not mistaken, I might be a day or two off, but yes.
I think I think you're about right still, but I'm with Doctor on this one still. I think I'm only giving him till about mid-July. Still. Probably around mid-July. That's how I feel. I said he had to give us. I said give him 2 weeks to give us a decision in the first place. Yeah, and people was angry at that. Yeah,
but that's my take on it. To be fair, like I'm not married to this dude. I'm not like Peter. I'm not waiting for Megan Fox, bro. If he was Regina Hall, then maybe I would have a conversation. Just
it could be though. You don't know that. It could be though.
Regina Hall has never had blonde hair, bro.
I know that. I know.
That's a fair point still.
So, Abs, just before you go, I want to welcome another participant to the show. Someone that everybody thought wasn't going to turn up. I hope those fumes have gone away. Are they gone? To the show.
YG.
Riot like Kanye.
What's
Riot like Kanye. You gonna burn this bitch down? Riot! First, hang on. It's really warm. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy is really going through it, bro. Like, legit.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody needs to go check on Watch. Like, legit.
Bro, it's really,
Jesus.
it's really warm. It's really warm.
I don't know.
It's really
Why
warm.
he came back on fire. Yeah, I love it. Hey, I love it. I love it.
Oh, you guys can't see the flames. Nah, that's rubbish.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
I had my cigar lighters out.
Right.
Holy shit.
Let's go. Look what
All
we
right,
have.
what's your take on this, Abs?
Abs and Legend, yeah, please.
Yeah, it's quite easy for me. Give him until end of July. The window opens today, gets a month. But United should be actively looking for other options. I just want to be the first person to say this Hugo guy, miss me with him completely. Miss me with him completely. This is the first season he's done double figures of goals. It's only 15. The last two seasons, it was 4 and 4. Miss me with him.
You said what?
Especially
Miss me with him.
especially the money
Because
they're
if
talking.
people were complaining about Mbeumo, saying that this is the first season he's broken, then you can't go for him either. Because he's worse.
I'm with you, man.
The last 2 seasons, 4 goals each season. 4.
Yep.
Only this season he's got 15. Miss me with him. I'm not interested.
So pretty much you're saying is Rasmus who's a better ball control because you're scoring nothing.
I'm not celebrating Rasmus, but my mind was completely different from the off. I didn't expect a striker this summer. I was so happy when I heard Cunha and Mbeumo. I didn't expect a striker this month, right? When we're talking about rebuild, I don't expect everything to be fixed in one window. So if we had got 2 strikers, possibly a new goalkeeper, but the guy that was offered cheap is now gone, which was Garcia, and then a centre mid, because that's going to be the most important position to fix this season if possible. If we had got midfielder, Mbeumo and Cunha, I was happy. I was like, in my mind, I was like, possibly 20 goals from those 2, 10 goals each, double figures. Midfielder that can help control the game. Possibly a new goalkeeper that can defend the stuff. The 1 or 2 chances that opposition have against us, they can actually defend it rather than let it go into the net. That's it. I was happy with that. Challenge for top 6. Next summer, we go again. Fix the other problems. Striker, blah, 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 blah. The only striker that I was saying we should go for was Jonathan Davis because he was free. Because I heard enough. We are broke. So I'd already accepted that in my mind. So I said, get those 2 first because we need that. Get the midfielder, possibly get a goalkeeper. Let's run it. Let's run that season. So, yeah, I'm not. There's no fuss. If you get him, brilliant. If you don't get him, I don't really care. Just get me a Mbeumo, please, to complete what we have and get me a centre midfielder.
Okay, so what are you saying not to wait though? Because that was the main question. I don't know if you heard before you came in.
July is the maximum.
You said
July. So you give it July.
Yeah, if they're desperate for a striker, they have August to get one.
Yeah,
they should really be working on it now.
Go ahead, Waj.
Okay then.
Sorry, could you just give me the topic, please? I missed the opening like 10 minutes.
Okay, no problem. So basically, what I'm asking everybody right now is, Gyokeres, after his admission that he's waiting for Arsenal, would you wait to see if Arsenal reject him and no? So you're in that camp of just move on right now. I think you're the only person. Hey, listen, big up. You know what? Big up to you. You're the only person
no.
right now. I said it
on Abs's podcast, and people who aren't subscribed, they'll get to my broski Abs's podcast right now. Let's get him to a K. Yeah.
Well, no.
I said in the comments, and I stand by. This manager came out and said, "Yeah, we don't want no players here that don't want to play for the badge. That they only want to play for the badge. Sorry. If you want to be here for UCL, we don't want you. So for all I care, Bring me Osman. Then this Gyokeres thing done. He's not. He wants to be. If he wants to be here, he'd be here. So I don't understand why we're waiting until July, August, first day in September. Bring me Osman. Bring me a striker that actually wants to be here on this month's quotation. Because listen, my mood has completely changed. If people noticed since Bilbao, because I was in Bilbao, right? So no one's gonna tell me how I should feel, how my mind is and stuff like that. Because our entire season was on that day. Bro, I pissed away a lot of money to be in Bilbao. Yeah. Right. So no, right?
So is it the money or is it the loss? Which one? Which one was?
Oh, bro.
It's
a mixture.
It's everything. It's everything. All right. Everything got downplayed. This man's attempted to bring a couple of people from his old team. They don't want to come. We got Cunha, cool. You got your man. If Mbuemo's your guy, for me, I still think I think anything at that 62 range, I think we're overpaying. Right? That's just me. But whatever. You want him, cool. Cool. I'll go get a striker that wants to be here. Because I don't want Sadasmus up front next year. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm done. Sadasmus Hossein, yeah. Like get him gone. You know what I'm saying? I can't see that shit again. But I went to Abs, Courts, Mr. Euphoria and I were at Fulham. I saw this guy misjudge a ball so badly, it hit him in the back of the head when he thought he was going to run.
He done it twice! He done it twice! No!
Yeah?
No. One was bad enough. He done it twice!
Right? Cool. Zex is going to be one striker. Cool. I need a number 9. Yeah? I do not care. Ideally, I want a gunman, yeah, but gunman are really hard to find in this current iteration of football.
That's true.
Bring me someone. And I agree with Abs, since I've been one of those people with the Mbuemo energy that he's only scored more than 10 goals this season, yeah? So I'd be a hypocrite if I said bring me Ekitike. I don't want no one season gunman either. Just bring me someone. Just bring me a gun. Just bring me some sort of gunman. That's it. So yeah, before I get permanently banned, Joe, I suggest you either change topic or move to someone else.
No.
You know what energy I'm on.
You never get permanently banned from the channel.
No. You see what energy I'm on. So.
No. I love it. At the end of the day, yeah, you're the only person that came on here and said that you are not willing to wait, because that was the first topic that I came up with, because I was the first person to say that I want the guy to hurry up and make a decision. Now he hurried up and made the decision. I sat back and thought, well, you know what? Let's be honest with you. Unless you're getting me Osimhen, I'm willing to wait. And if we don't get Osimhen, here's the next question I'm asking to you guys, yeah, because YG just said it. He wants a gunman. I want a gunman. I want a proven striker. If I'm being quite honest with you, I don't want nothing else up front than a proven striker. I don't want a development striker. I don't want a striker for the future. I don't want a striker who has potential. I don't want someone who just, like Abs just said, just started scoring double-digit goals. Yeah? No. What I do want is someone who's been doing it season in, season out, and we can just say, look, if we pay them big money, it's for a good reason. That's all I'm saying. So I have no problem with paying. People say, oh, but we're going to break the wage structure if we get Osimhen. I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm not paying that, Sam. Yeah? I just want to see my team do well. And you're going to talk about, oh, you're breaking this and you're breaking that. Literally, I don't. I literally work it out. Yeah? Work it out. It may be in bonuses. It may be in something else. I literally don't care anymore. It's at that point now where if you're gonna buy me players that are good in it. Simple. Don't buy me nothing. If it's a player that you think ain't good enough or you think might not make it in that position, then don't bother, because we've got enough of those. We have a player that we're already developing in Chido. We have a player that we bought and thought was going to be good. It's two of those that we bought and thought was going to be good, yeah? So why are we going to get another one? Don't, like Wedge said, miss me with that one, please. And on top of that, he's got a big price tag anyway. So why don't go buy Osimhen? Anyway, that's all I'm getting at. Leon, Riri, just anybody on the top row, take it, please.
But hold on though. I want to come back to something that Riri was saying real quick, right? All right. So while the striker is important and we all want a gunman, I will tell you why the place where I have a little bit of an issue, and this is going to touch on our coach a little bit, right? Let's say I wish it's a coach that I can say, you know what, don't get a gunman, play Suggsy through the middle, right? Because we already know he likes to play false nine, right? He's not a 9, he's a 9.5 and everything. But let's get our midfield to be more creative so that we can have both Konya and Umbremo, you know, playing the 10. They can run in behind. You know, at least I've seen Umbremo running on the wing. I didn't watch a lot of Wolves, so I don't know if Konya is a runner. But I don't even trust our coach to be creative, to say, you know what, let me just fix the midfield right now. I don't need a top man that is running in behind, right? Let me get somebody that can drop and people run around them. I don't see the coach doing that.
Ooh, so what you're saying, but listen, this is the thing then, that's another reason why I think, if I'm being honest with you, what you just outlined for me is one of the main reasons why we should wait. Because the manager can't afford to have any experimental season. His experimental season just happened. Do you understand me? So
I don't think he wants an experimental season. I think his experiment was this last 6 months. To be fair.
But then that means we're in a lot of trouble.
I think come August 16th or whatever, he wants to hit the ground running. I don't think he's that kind of manager where he still wants to like experiment with lineups and stuff like that. I don't think so. I don't think so. But to Wajid's point, and that's, like I said, I'm not one of those fans that watches comps and watches this and watches that and watches the other. You gentlemen, I leave that to you, and then I pick your brain. But what out of Osman, because those are the names that you hear floating around this whole transfer. Osman, Gyokeres, I'm not gonna mess up. I can't do this kid's name.
Ekitike.
Where's the one that Arsenal they say is linked to? Sesko?
Benjamin Sesko.
Right. What other gunman are they out there that's like that like you could honestly say, okay,
let me answer that straight
or
off.
that guy, or
let me answer that straight off the bat. So I have put up on Transfer Market all the top strikers, top 25 strikers. Sesko and Hugo are not.
Can you share screen?
Let me see if I can do it.
People see what we're talking about.
No, that's fine. I mean, you can go look yourself, but yeah, fine. I'll do it. I'm not gonna end up like someone else that was struggling to share screen.
Talking about this community is gonna go research something. Are you taking the piss?
It's the right show for
Do
it.
you know what you're talking about?
Do you know what?
Doing too much, bro.
I apologize for me giving them a chance.
So you're asking too much of them.
Sorry, I apologize for giving them a chance. So what I was trying to point out to Riri is top 25 in Europe. Those two names, Sesko and Hugo, are not even in there.
Please. Sorry, Abs. Can you zoom in a little bit, please?
You blind, Joe.
My main thing, right?
A little bit more.
More?
How bad you
are? That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's fine. That's fine. I could have read it the first time you.
By the way, is it clear? Because
Joe, you might have to go to the ophthalmologist, brethren.
All right, so this is top 25, right? Top 25. So obviously Mbappe, Victor, Salah, usual names. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I think it's Atalanta, but we're not going to try and buy from them because
he was top scoring. He was top scorer in Serie A this year.
Yeah, they scammed us.
Yeah, 25 goals, right? There's Ishak, 100 mil. Haaland, Mamouche, obviously not going to happen. No idea who this guy is, so I'm putting my hands up. Anyone wants to give me information, please do.
Yeah, he Arsenal sold him.
Right, so possibly he's not good enough, and he's now scoring. Dembele, I think
Patrick
someone
Schick.
had mentioned this guy before. The unknown, but I'm saying, is it? Have we not spent long enough without him in UK to just buy him back? Yes, I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point.
Listen, I try to bring up this conversation, bro, and men got real sensitive about it. I do not
been 3 years since he was here. Like,
nah, I'm with you. For me personally, based on how we move here in the United States,
guys, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need a whole show just for that. Honestly,
no.
Okay,
if someone,
cool. You know
bro.
Joe, maybe a truth is needed for that one where we can talk openly.
Nah. But listen. If someone from Trinidad, is holding you at gunpoint, blink.
Please, you think you know what? I should have said right at the beginning. Yeah, I should have said right at the beginning. Please do not put me in that mix. Yeah, I haven't changed passport yet, and that Trini man is not anywhere near me because he will never will be. So, let's move on.
I'm not against that. I said that the other day as well. No, I said
you know what it was.
So number 18, right? Bots brought this up on his show today, but the argument was his age, because out of all these guys, he's like the oldest.
Again, do you know what? Chris Wood, has he had a goal scoring season like this before?
No,
I can't remember.
No, that I know.
Okay, so no, that's a no then, because he's 33 and this is his first top. No. Obviously, Mbomo's here. Not gonna say anything about it. Victor's here, less than Mbomo, which is interesting. I don't know why, but and then you just look at the names. I don't know him. I don't know him.
Abs. I can.
This is his first season. He's broken 12 goals.
The coefficient, bro.
So Abs. Because this is the European Golden Boot, is the coefficient depends on what league. So the top 5 leagues have a 2. So for every 1 goal is worth 2. And Osimhen and Gyokeres are a 1.5, I believe, or a 1. So that's why. Yeah. So that's
and
what. So because you got it based on the point. You got it based on the points, not the goals. So that's why Mbappe won the European Golden Boot, because he got 62 points.
Perhaps, in all honesty, though, why? Right.
Yeah, what I was trying to point out is Mr. 100 million man is not on this page. Mr. 80 million man, Sesko, is not on this page because they didn't break 15. Well, did they 14 for one of them?
Even
15 for the
Wisa
other. Like, it's just.
Wisa's on this page.
So yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking, if we can't get Gyokeres, which is why I'm willing to wait a little bit, most of these people on this list, we either don't know, and that's a shot coming from me, obviously, or we already know they're going to cost too much. And we were meant to be broke. So I don't see who else we're getting. That's why I'm willing to wait. So if we don't get him, and he doesn't want to come, we don't have a striker this season. That's it. We go with
a name.
They sort by goals. Isn't that the goals on the far right?
If you want, I can sort out my goals.
Gyokeres at the top. But there was a name that Alice floated earlier today, right? And hey, I think it works if they can make it work. Hey, we've been trying to sell Garnacho. He said he doesn't want to leave the country. Why don't you send him to Aston Villa in exchange for Ole Watkins and some cash?
No.
Why not? Okay, why? I'm listening.
No.
Why? Not just no. Make me understand. Is it not a good striker?
I'm on the fence on this one. I'm on the fence on this one, right? So I want to hear why people say no first.
What?
Because of the PSR, bro.
The reason I'm saying no is not. Go on.
And
then. Go on,
for me, it's not the business end because I leave that to Waj. Waj is the.
I'm not, unless people are, listen,
Waj is the numbers guy. Waj is the numbers guy.
sis.
For me personally, I've watched Ollie play at Aston Villa. He doesn't blow up my skirt, bro.
Okay.
Damn.
It's the PSR, Like if we get 10 million, it's not the same as we get 50 million.
Like that one, watch it.
One thing, yeah.
So Peter, do you see us getting 50 million for Garnacho this offseason?
Of course. So
Okay.
this Fofana guy from Lyon who played 15 minutes against us, who everybody hypes him up, went for 40 million today to Chelsea.
But Man United don't know how to sell people, bruh. We don't know how to sell people. We get robbed every day.
Glazers didn't know how to sell people. We don't know about Ineos.
Ineos so far proved they don't know how to sell people.
Yeah, they sold McTominay for like 15 million, bro. That wasn't good.
How much? They sold it for 30, bro.
Oh, 25.
They sold it for 30.
25. It was 25. It wasn't 30. It was 25.
Anyway, like I said, I don't know about what striker someone's gonna make up, because I think Flex said it on
30
Twitter,
million euros.
2 days ago. He said, "All right, if Gyokeres is off, what player are Man United gonna pull out the bag? Some unknown striker."
We're gonna end up doing a loan or something.
That's what I was trying to say. Hold on.
And the last two unknown strikers they bought me was Højlund and Xerxes. And I've still, to this day, right? To this day, yes, I say I'm a coach. Yes, I'm saying I'm trying to get into scouting. To this day, I need to know what those fuckers were looking with their eyes. What were they looking at to sign those two as our strikers? I think
it's a blackmail. That's the only thing.
Bro, I need to see their report.
Right.
I see something in Xerxes. Do you know what? Yeah. If you was thinking about who he was bought for and if you think what his strengths are, I could see why Xerxes was brought in. Yeah. But for me, not so much Højlund. Yeah, because you don't bring a Højlund type striker unless
you have conjunctivitis, bro.
Why?
Go on.
You don't bring a striker like Højlund unless you have a real striker already that's already banging in goals, and you need to develop another striker. Or if you're going to bring in a striker like Højlund, you need to bring in at least two of them to see which one's going to be better. You don't just bring in one.
Oddly enough, this is why I'm not saying I kind of have an idea who their striker is, but I'm not even having that discussion with Atlanta, because if they pull their pants down for Højlund, what are they going to do for this guy?
But
they
want
80 million.
To pull our pants down for Højlund?
I mean,
how hard did they try?
Like I said, allegedly it's a blackmail because our guy is now working for them. Okay, allegedly something was fishy with it.
Oh, he was under SCG's. He was under SCG's banner. He's an SCG athlete, which is Ten Hag's. What do you call it?
I haven't
sports agency.
Spent time doing the research on the SCG stuff, so I'm just gonna be here and just be blank about it. But
also with Xerxes, yeah, I think he brought, because when I watched Ajax, he played a false nine, like he played Tadic. Like he even put Dolberg, who's a striker. He put him in left wing, so he played as a false nine, and he played with Ziyech, and who was the other? Neres. Was it Neres? Yeah, Neres. So he played with Tadic as a false nine. So when he brought Xerxes, I thought, okay, he'll now start to implement his style from Ajax here. He didn't do shit. He looked like sideshow Bob.
The wingers he expected to do well with Xerxes didn't pull up their socks. That was Rashford on one side and Anthony on the other. I don't even know why. Again, I might be wrong. Sorry, I've been on holiday, guys, so my memory has gone all over the place. Right? I can't remember Rashford scoring a lot of goals before they
wiped your memory. That's what you and I gonna have.
No, I switched off. Right? I didn't even watch you guys' shows. I said I'm not
for football. I wanted something else. We got it. No problem.
Nah, I wanted sun, alcohol, and weed. I didn't want to hear any United news. And I think
Listen,
I may have
I
done
get
too much.
it. I hear it. You ain't gotta explain it.
Yeah, so I think I've done too much because my memory is gone.
I
I'm
think
so
you have
foggy.
to,
I'm
because your
starting again.
memory is wiped, bro.
Yeah, I'm starting again.
Reset. He needed a whole reset after last season. It's fine. But 1 second, let me try and get through some of these super chats before we continue. K Flow with the 19 months of membership says, I hope I'm wrong, but this is exactly what we did with Frankie de Jong and ended up with Casemiro. No panic when other decent midfielders were available. So on panic when no decent midfielders were available. I mean, I hear that. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but I still think you can give it a little bit more time before we call it a Frankie de Jong saga. But K Flow comes in again with another super chat. Thank you, bro. Same thing we did under Louis van Gaal and ended up with Schneiderlin. Our plans seem to go out the window as soon as the window opens. It was the lap until it was Gyokeres. Why?
I have to ask, and the panel. Go on. No, so I have to ask you. It's amazing that we've gone from the lap to Gyokeres. I don't know. Wouldn't you start at Gyokeres and end up at the lap?
No, I was gonna say this. I've always said this from the beginning of the window. When they were saying this, it was only because of the price, and I always thought we was gonna get another striker if we got him. Honestly thought that. I've been saying this from the very beginning. I still think if we was to get Gyokeres for the price that we expected to get him for, that we would have got us. I would have said a younger, maybe a less developed striker, maybe, and got rid of Højlund. I think that was the plan, in my opinion, because that's all it is. I don't know about anybody else.
Based on what JJ is saying, we went from 39 million to 70 million, and now we're looking at somebody that's 100 million.
I don't get it.
Bro.
So we got money then. So we got money in it. We must have some money.
Bro,
I don't
know, bro. For me personally, my my ear or my anxiety is not so much our signings, but our selling. And it was said just minutes ago, very briefly, we're not good at selling or getting rid of players. And I'm worried about that. Like, that is something I am worried about. Like, I am legit worrying, like, we won't be able to get rid of some of these people that we need to get rid of. And that for me is bothersome, because then if we don't get rid of them, then they're in the dressing room and their attitude and their behavior is toxic. And that just seeps into people who we don't want it to seep into.
That's true.
And I have a problem with that. So that is my anxiety. That's where my anxiety is not for the signings that we're going to get, because I think we're going to get signings. We probably won't get all the signings that this fan base wants, to Ab's point, in this one summer window. But the selling portion of this club is really giving me like angina, like legit angina, because there hasn't been any like, among the Twitter links I've seen with regards to Gyokeres or with regards to Mbeumo or regards to this person or that person, you haven't seen any of those same Twitter links for Garnacho or Sancho or Rashford, and these are people who genuinely want to leave the club, who have said without a shadow of a doubt they want to leave the club, and the needle hasn't moved on any of these players.
Sis, none of those. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, Leon. Let me. None of those.
Because I've had Leon in a while. So
sis, none of those players have actually said they want to leave. The club wants them to move. We want them to move. But none of those players have categorically said they want to leave. Rashford keeps on talking Barcelona, but he also said if he got the chance to come back and embed himself back into the team, that's what he wanted to do.
What about
Sancho.
Garnacho? We heard that Garnacho wanted to leave.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, Garnacho. Wait. No. Garnacho's not said he wants. Garnacho's not said he wants to leave. His agent has come and said there has been interest. Garnacho himself has not said he wants to. He don't get on with the manager. He's not said he don't want. He want because if everyone's doing, this player's talking this player's talking that. None of these players have actually said they want to leave. We want them to leave. We need them to leave a transfer sale. But what Rashford, 320, Sancho 320, Garnacho 80, 90, I believe. I believe.
80.
Someone's got to pick up the wages. And everyone who a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, that said, why don't Barcelona pay the money Frankie de Jong they owe Frankie de Jong and bring him here? Is that not the same concept for us? All these players are entitled to their money contractually. They're entitled to money. You want them gone, pay them and sell them. That's the thing. That's the thing. Just the reason all these players that want to move, just to reiterate, all these players that want to move, that we hear about moving, they want to leave their club. Buemo, all intents and purposes, wants to leave. Gyokeres wants to leave. Osimhen wants to leave. That's it. So sorry to cut you off before, Leon. So my apologies.
No. I kind of hear what you're saying. To be fair, I think out of we know there's some deadwood to get rid of, but even if we talk about the four, let's say Anthony, Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho, I think 2 out of the 4 stay. I don't think we get rid of all of them, not because we don't want to get rid of them. I think because of kind of what you just said, digging in your heels, staying in the club. I'm contractually, this is my money. So unless someone's going to cut me my check, then I'm going nowhere. Can we afford to do that? To what Joe said, I always thought that Delap wasn't the main guy. It was always going to be Delap +1. Delap would be the guy to kind of be alongside someone. Then I also think, obviously, whether that's been opportunities that's been granted to us, I don't think that Amarin or whether that's the club feel like our midfield option, whether we see it or not, is the main priority. I don't think that that's the case. And if that's the case, obviously, then we don't do the things that we're doing now. When we're talking about Mbeumo, we're talking about kind of getting Gyokeres. We're then hoping on sales to then maybe plug the gaps which are going to be that are needed in midfield. So I think that's obviously an issue anyway. And then back to what Riri said earlier, I think the flirting with other players right now, back to the point I made earlier, I think the main guys we want is the main guy we want. And I don't want to foresee it, but I think it will be a De Jong saga. I think it will be, they'll go exactly down that route. We're all saying wait till July or cut it off. I don't see it happening. I see that back to that going to the prom and holding signs. And then that's like me going to catch a little wine with another girl to try and make her jealous. That's all what's happening at the moment. That's what I feel what's happening at the moment. And I feel we're just going to wait and try and tempt my man. So when Arsenal say no, it's like, listen, you see me, you see how I can move? Come to me. So this is why I'm getting stressed out with, and I'm yet to see if Ineos can sell players, but I do deep in my, I want to be wrong, but I do feel like Sancho's not going no, and I think it'll probably be like a Sancho and a Rashford.
Bro, that dude is a call girl, bro. He's the highest call girl I've ever seen.
Sancho, trust me, I think Sancho's running out for pre-season. Happy.
That dude is a full call girl, bro. Like legit executive call girl. No joke, no lie.
It's like, I came on here and I wanted you lot to kind of perk me up and like think, yeah, it's gonna be good, Leon. And then I'm just like,
bro, I need to smoke, bro. What's wrong with you, man? This is why I've been avoiding the shows, bro. I need, you know what? I need that take me back post I'm gonna put on Instagram now. You man have killed me.
Killed you with what though? Like, okay, so legit.
Brother, you were having a go at me for running off to Turkey, right? At the end of the season, going, nah, come on, it's all good. Now you want to leave? Move, man. Go get your sympathy from somewhere else.
But Abs, to be fair, kill you with what? Like, this is the reality that we're in. Like, I don't understand why people try to run from this reality. Like, this is
but you saw my show earlier. I don't know if you saw my show earlier.
Yeah, I was on. Remember?
I started positive. Then Liverpool man kept throwing his jabs, and then I kind of ended a little bit halfway. I was thinking, oh, I need someone. I need some perks. So,
Right.
someone
But-
perk me up. I've
but-
come on
but-
this channel. Look at Wadjid's face, bro. He's
Abs,
I am.
like this.
Abs, I am doing my best, yeah, to try and keep this as PG as possible. Because if I am like I'm last week, yeah, I'm never seeing the show ever again. So I'm doing my very
I'll be
best.
honest
That's
with
why.
you. I will
Genuinely.
say this now.
but-
I know Sancho's not leaving. I know he's not leaving.
but
I
Habs,
know
Habs.
Rashford's not leaving. And the only hope I have is that someone will want to buy Anthony.
Abs, here's the thing though, you gotta keep in mind, we can't smoke this situation away. We've been smoking it away for the last 10 years. The board has been smoking it away, the owners have been smoking it away. They've been going, is it the Will Smith movie with the light? We've been flicking the light every season, bro. Just trying to wipe it away. And at some point, we got it.
We got Kenny rioting. We got Kenny rioting. Don't worry. It's done.
Bro, at some point, and I really do mean it, and I know I'm not trying to be the one to start. My biggest problem is, number one, we ain't gonna get the things that we need to make it work this summer. But do we have a coach to make a sense out of the situation? And I'll be honest, the answer to that for me is no. I've been avoiding ESPN, I've been avoiding TalkSport, I've been avoiding everywhere except for Reckless Sport and United View. I've been avoiding everything. So do we have a coach that come next season? Okay, I don't have an out-and-out striker, but I've got a Zuxi that can drop. I've got runners. I've got Hammer. I've got Cunha. I've got, maybe it's Dogu that will still be there. What is he going to do with that? And that is it's giving me anxiety. I'm scared of that situation. Yeah, man, I'll see me next season.
Yeah,
Okay, so I have a question for the panel. I have a question.
Oh,
for
go on,
you,
sir.
right?
No.
So, Peter, you were going to say something?
No.
Oh, I have a question for the panel.
He's just the token white guy in the show, bro.
Peter is high on his coffee, man.
He's just happy to be white.
Oh. I won't comment.
Peter always complains. He always complains when the diversity is not good on the show. So I hear what you're saying, watching. I hear
That's
it.
on Joe. That's on Joe.
No, but my question to you, gents, right? My question to you, gents, is okay. So Gyokeres is whatever. Osimhen, they're saying it's too much. He's asking for too much, or so they're saying. But we're looking at Hugo for 100. What are your thoughts, each of your thoughts on that particular situation?
Who wants to go first? Because I've got lots to say. So who wants to go first?
Let Peter, would you like the floor?
Peter,
bro,
you haven't spoken in a
Hey,
minute.
bro.
No, Peter,
here, bro.
we want to hear Peter.
Nah. I'm here, bro. I'm here just being white, I'm here, bro.
They said Peter is the DEI of the show. That's what they said in the chart. That's
Peter,
what they
if I didn't have locks, bro, I'd be right up there with you. Don't worry. They can't tell. They can't tell.
Don't try. Nah, sis. It don't work. It don't work like that, sis. Nah. We have many shades around here. You can tell, sis. All right, don't try it. Now, Peter. No, seriously, we want your opinion, bro. You ain't spoken in like half an hour.
No, to be honest with you, yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't hear the question because my fucking cat is.
I was saying now that we have this whole situation or scenario with Gyokeres, with Arsenal or whatever, Osimhen, they're saying that we can't afford him or whatever they're saying about Osimhen. But now they're saying that United are in exploratory waters with Hugo. I was asking you, gents, each individually, what are your thoughts on that particular situation?
My thoughts, as I said, like I've been, my stance is from the beginning. I want Gyokeres, but if he does not want us, we cannot force him. This is not Mason Greenwood, so I want Patrick Schick if anything changes.
You know what? Peter's a madman. I swear to God.
You know what? You know what? I sat here and said, did I just hear that properly? I said,
He did just say that.
Let me not react because I'm going to make it worse. So
he did just say it.
Yeah, if Gyokeres does not want to come, Patrick Schick, second option.
Oh, that's the guy that was on Abs' list, right? That Abs
he's Leverkusen striker.
Okay, Leverkusen.
Yeah.
What's your take, Leon?
Peter's thrown me, man. Peter's thrown me. Listen, we're not ready for that conversation, but it's back to
we're not ready, bro. It's out there, bro. What do you mean we're not ready?
You know. When I see Mason, when I see him do his thing, I think to myself,
the question wasn't about Mason. The question was about Hugo.
Okay, Hugo. I think that's a smoke screen anyway. We're not going for Hugo. We ain't going for Hugo. It's not happening. We ain't going for it.
But you said a smoke screen. A smoke screen for whom, though?
I think it's just more a case of, we're not necessarily bothered about you're correct. Almost to the sporting people, them to say, listen, that price needs to come down because obviously Arsenal don't want him anyway. I know they don't want him.
Is it Arsenal that don't want him or Arteta that doesn't want him?
Listen, whether it's Arsenal, do you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. He's not going to Arsenal. I don't see that happen. I don't see that materializing.
Okay.
And if we're just saying our only man is this man, then they could afford to say, if you really want our man, forget the gentleman agreement and whatever, and my man throwing his toys at the pram. If it's a case of there's no one else wants you, then we have to kind of go back on our word and say, actually, you know what, you can go for what we said originally. We're not going for my man. We ain't going for. Listen, you don't call him Hugo. Hugo, this ain't happening. Might as well get Hugo Lloris. It's not happening. We're not going for my man. It's not happening. I just don't. Honestly, even when I heard the links, I thought to myself, how have we gone from, like I said, having no money to now we're talking about my man. I don't care how you want to spread it or how you want to kind of. Nah, it's not happening. So that's what I'm not really buying into it. It's not happening.
Can I throw in something here? I thought Hoyder was a smokescreen for Kane. Yeah. And then we ended up signing him.
I don't do this. I
don't trust. You see these people here? I don't trust them with smoke screens anymore. Anyone that comes up, I actually believe we're interested. But again, if anyhow, I swear down, we even get in a conversation with Hugo, I don't think you guys will see him again. When you see me, I'm going to be a face. I'm just going to be a cloud. I ain't working no more. I'm done. I'm turning down, bro, man. I'm just smoking every day, bro. I'm done.
I'm just going to move to Saudi.
JJ, would you like to go next before I say my point?
I mean, honestly, if the whole thing, I think somebody's lying. You know that song that says, "Why the heck you lying?" Somebody's lying. Is it that the United board is lying to us that they broke? All the reporters out there are lying that we're really in for this player. Because the last time we checked, we ain't got no money. And Leon, you said, they might be using it as a smoke screen. You are using something that you can't afford as a smoke screen. Potter should be laughing at behind off just because of that. So I just think somebody's lying, man. Like, we'll find out. And I'm scared of what I've said at the end of the day. If they end up buying a 22-year-old unproven striker for 100 million, and you tell me that Ineos is different from Glazers, we're going to have this conversation on this channel. That's all. No, that's all. Wajid, you up?
Wajid.
All right, so number one, I'm never answering a business question or a finance question on this channel ever again unless someone pays my daily retainer. Yeah,
your retainer.
All right. That's number one. That's number one. Yeah, that's clear. Never ever. Don't ask me. Don't tag me. I don't exist. All right. That's number one. Number two. I'm so desperate. I don't care anymore. Yeah, our striker costs more than Iran's missiles, and Iran's missiles hit the fucking target. They beat a defense.
even against the Iron Dome.
Yeah. The Iron Dome is the most expensive defense mechanism in the world. Their targets hit the target. Why can't our striker? Why can't our striker hit a target?
He said,
Right? I just want goals. I just want goals. Iran proves
Yeah.
you don't need a lot of money to break the most expensive defense system in the world. Yeah. Right?
What is done?
They
He's
didn't
done.
prove it this week. Yeah.
He's done. He's done. He's done.
Hang on. Wait, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Bro.
No, you're not.
But listen, we need to.
Because your takes are just as controversial as mine. So
That's
You're not.
not controversial. It is
It's
factually.
the truth.
It is factually correct. It is
not.
factually correct. I've not said anything wrong.
Let me comment
No,
what I
but
wanted to say. Oh, damn it.
It's
Can I
the
join
truth.
in? Can I quickly join in? Since we're talking Middle
It's
East
the
and all the
truth.
rest of that, yeah? Hey,
I
Hamas hit the
wasn't
target
talking
too.
Middle East. I just made a point.
Hold on. Hamas hit the target too. They're cheap too. So I'm just
Yeah, those people are reckless. They are reckless.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, out of everybody on this panel, I didn't expect it to be them two. I mean, what did they, but you've come back on some madness, fam. You need to go back and get some more
But to be
smoke,
fair,
bro.
what Wajid is saying, he's not wrong. It's like yesterday when I was telling you on bots about the whole selling of the players and the comparison between 700 years ago and today. It's not wrong. We're not wrong. It's just people are very uncomfortable with certain conversations. It's just what it is. And I hear what he's saying, and I hear what both of them are saying. Just get us a striker.
I'm crying, man. I'm crying.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be my last show, clearly. So I just want to thank you all for your time. I hope we could all still be friends in the group chat.
Watch. Don't you think the Iron Dome? Don't you think the Iron Dome is moving like banana?
No.
Peter, don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't join them. Peter, please don't join them. Don't join them. Don't join them. Don't join them.
I'm just asking
Please
questions.
like and subscribe before Joe closes
Peter,
the channel.
Peter, please. You are not. Peter, you are not. Let's restrain ourselves.
Joel, Peter.
Calm down. 1 second, please. There's a lot of noise going on. Look. Let me just ask you this, guys, because I was gonna press the button, but I didn't push the button. Yeah, I didn't push the button. Yeah, Peter, what was you about to say? Because JJ's begging you not to join them, but I want to know what you was gonna say, bro. What was you?
No.
about to say?
Listen,
if
he repeats it, Joe, you're gonna end the show. So I am telling you now.
Okay.
Genuinely, you will end the show, and there will never be a round table ever again.
By the way, just look at the smirk on his face. Whatever he was going to say was going to be
No.
And he's
He
white,
said
so
it.
he'll probably get
No.
away with
Abs,
it. But you know what I mean? I'm
Abs.
just saying.
Babs, he's already said it. It's on.
Yeah, I said it.
I
No
know
one.
where he was going to. I know he.
I've
was
heard it. I know what he said because I agree with him.
I definitely heard it. I
Didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I'm glad I didn't hear
Luckily.
it.
Hey, I knew it was gonna be bad, so I didn't hear it fully, but I knew it was gonna be bad. Okay, so don't say it, man. Don't say it.
I'm not filling me with confidence. I'm literally having
There you go, Abs. You wanted to get cheered up. You got.
Yeah, you can read it. You can read it. And then
said
said it.
Chair, brother. Like you literally laughed. You.
Hey, JJ. By the way, don't say Peter don't join us, yeah, and then you message that shit.
That's in the chat. I didn't.
Yeah. I just read it, bro. What the fuck, bro?
I see the comment.
That's in the chat. I didn't say it out loud.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too look at that.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb.
Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.